All right. I'm making an error on purpose. Yeah, but it didn't, when we're getting the not quite, it's still going on. So something's not quite stopping all when it should. The plunge sound, I think we don't want to say, we don't want to wait for that to finish. That's what's causing it to go on and play other things. It's a little tricky with the wait or not wait for things at times. There we go. And then you don't hear the plunge sound. So the sound doesn't always work when you're trying to stop everything to keep it from going. So let me go back to these sprites are not that complicated. What they do is we have a computer who's picking which sprite, and when you pick a sprite, when you receive that message 1, you change your size, get bigger, play the drum, and then change your size to get back smaller again. That just sort of pops it. And then when the 1 is clicked, when the user clicks on the 1, we need to broadcast 1 so that it changes the size and plays the drum, and then adds 1 to the user list so we know that you've picked that number, and then update this variable here that displays how long is your list your user picks. And then if the length of the user list is equal to the length of the computer list, then we go ahead and broadcast check user picks and wait, and that's what's picked up by the stage. So there's only, even though it is a more complicated one, it's not that complicated. There's the stage has the most complicated pieces. And basically what we've done is when the green flag is clicked, get rid of everything in the computer list, get rid of everything in the user list, and then reset the variables to 0, and then start it off by broadcasting next. When I receive next, loop through everything in the user list, and clear it because it's the beginning of a new round, so we want the user list to start off empty, and add pick random from 1 to 4 to the computer list, so the computer is picking randomly from 1 to 4, and reset the variable up here at computer to show how many things are in the computer's list, and then broadcast show computer picks. When we receive show computer picks, what we do is loop through everything in the computer list and broadcast that number. That's what's going to start with these broadcasts here when I receive 1. So that'll show everything the computer has picked. And then you basically want to wait for the user to pick the same number of items, and that's what this is doing on each of these. When 1 is clicked, broadcast 1 and wait, add 1 to the user list, and then check if the length is equal. Then you're going to go start to check it to make sure everything is not only the same length, but the same values. And that's what this is doing. When I receive check user picks, set index to 1, repeat the length of it. If the item at that index of the user list is less than the item at that index of the computer list, or it's greater than, either case you're going to lose. And you're walking through every item in the list, so we change index by 1 to increase it. And if you get to here, you must not have lost, so we're going to play a pop sound to show that you're continuing. And then broadcast next to start off the next round, which again will reset, clear out the user list, add another number. So do you get how this works, Vera? Usually I post the link in about a week, but I'm going to be gone in China next week. So it might be about 2 weeks before I post the link. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It should be fun. So that's a little bit about playing with lists. There's another, I wanted to also talk about strings a little bit to show, and I'll put this on a site too where you can grab the code and look at it. Let me save this current code. So let me show you quickly working with strings. Oops. So one of the fun things to do with strings is just make random lists. So if we start off with, just again, we can start off with, when the green flag is clicked, we can set our variables up. So we want to make a list. And this is going to be just a list of verbs maybe, or nouns. We'll just make a silly sentence at the moment. And we can just go ahead and set up our list originally. Add yellow, let's see, add dog, nouns, add cat, nouns, add. Or you can sort of try to do, actually we could say things like Elvis, Lady Gaga. We can make this like a generate headline. I'm not even sure if I spelled it right for her. Who else would be popular right now? Madonna. I'm not sure how to spell that. I'm not sure. Give me a name. Do you have a name of a singer? Or Barry, you still there? I'm going a little bit late since we got started a little bit late. Justin Bieber, yes, that's very popular these days. There we go. So we added those to nouns. Let's create another list. Call it verbs. Things, certainly, could be one. Sleeps. What's another verb we can do? How about walks? Run, okay, run. And then we're going to add another list of adjectives. And we'll add badly. We'll add well. We can add funny. So we basically made 3 lists. Oh, we have to change. We have a list of nouns. We have a list of verbs, things that you can do. We have a list of adjectives that describe how badly or how well, or sort of adjectives that describe things. And we'll probably also have to clear these out like we did the other things when you start. But for the first time, we'll just we can just do it. I think we can do. If I just do this, add them to it. Yeah. Okay. So we want to put this together. So we want to randomly pick, and we want to display something. We want to show it. So you can also ask things. What's your name? And then wait for an answer and get an answer. We want to display these. We have some things that work with strings here. Join, hello, and world. Letter 1 of world, length of world. These are ways we can work with strings. And we can just say it. That's what we'll do. We'll have a sprite just say these things. So let's add a sprite. Just add a person. Somebody. And we will have them say something. Say hello, then say and we might say, what do you think of? We're going to operators and join. So we're going to pick. I'll set a variable to noun, verb. adjective. These are what we picked each time through, is what we're going to do. So we'll have an adjective, a noun, and a verb. I'll take them off of here at the moment. And we'll use the operators to join. What do you think of? Oh, we could do this as a, well, we can leave it this way for the moment. What do you think of? And then variables use this noun. And we'll set the noun to pick random from 1 to 1 to the length of the list. Length of the nouns. And that'll be get that thing then. We need to pull this out and put that in there a moment.